What up? What up? We are back with Silver Screen Breakdowns. I am Alex.
I'm Papa Doc.
Act number 2, the night before. It's going down.
Last time on Silver Screen Breakdowns,
we meet our full cast of characters. We meet Ethan, Isaac, and Papa Doc.
What?
This crazy cast of characters.
They've already Chris Robinson, right, in his movie for the sake of it.
Chris Roberts.
There you go.
Yeah, and his social media game is crazy.
His social media game's on point.
So they've hit up a couple of their Christmas traditions. They've already gone to the Rockefeller Center. They've got the big. They saw the big Christmas tree. They played Runaway, big style, Tom Hanks style on the piano.
They had the Chinese, the egg drop soup.
Soup. They hit up Mr. Green, got some weed.
Got to the karaoke bar.
Held it down, killed it.
Knocked it out the park, nailed it.
And Chris Roberts, man, Papa Doc. He said he even says it to Ethan, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He was like, "Man, just fuck that hipster chick over there."
Right?
Because she doesn't like Christmas. That's why she's a hipster chick,
hipster,
right?
Yeah. I remember that when that became a term. I'm from the Bay, so like, that's what they called like those left wingers, like the cool kids, the hipsters.
Yep.
Those are the ones that are annoying, I ain't gonna lie. They'll never categorize us like that.
Yep. And so now he finds out they're in the limo, they're getting out of there, and he's checking his pockets, and he realized that he got jacked for the weed. And he's like, "Man, I saw her going through my jacket when I was hitting it from the back."
It's like, yo, I would have come on. You know what I mean? Slap the hand or something. Hey, what you doing my shit? Why you got your jacket on the bathroom floor anyway?
Tino said the hipster chicks, though. She was all about it, man. She wasn't messing around. She jacked his weed, but man, they were fucking in like 2 seconds, Yeah,
I'm just saying though, those are the hipsters in general. Those are the ones that are like out there, like ready to start a fucking organized peaceful riot type of shit, or fucking peaceful protest type of shit, complaining about everything under the fucking sun.
Man, I don't have the scene where he is where they're in the limo here, but so fucking funny. Like Seth Rogen, he's on one. Like, I mean, he's like, man, the cocaine and the mushrooms are like they're not balancing well, and he is all fucked up. Like,
you know what? Eat more mushrooms then. I'm about to with mushrooms. That's a very good idea.
He went to Bogey's school of taking mushrooms.
Even I said, I don't know if that was a good idea. And normally, I ain't gonna lie, my experiences with chow mein was usually when you want to hit the reset button. Like you're too fucked up off everything else, and then you go do that. You know what I mean? Right. And then you're back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Molly and chow mein was always like annoying because it'd be like, okay, well there goes the Molly now. Like, you know what I mean? You hit a bump, and you're just like, okay, now I'm not rolling anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
and he's totally fucked up. Like Ethan just looks at him, and he's like, "Are you all right?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm all right." He's like, "Cause you look like you're really fucked up right now." And fucking Papa Doc, he was like, "Yeah, man, you better check yourself because there's gonna be a lot of famous people at this party. Better check yourself before I wreck myself."
Oh no. Before I better chickadee check myself before I riggedy wreck myself. Is that what you're telling me? Fuck that.
Like, how's that gonna make someone feel?
That's funny because it's like, you know what I mean? Only Jewish dudes and black dudes can have any kind of argument about who's had it worse. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you know what I mean? Like, what do you take that offensive? How dare you say that to me?
So funny. And
I've been there, man. I was been there. That was like last night, actually. After the game, I went pretty deep on them things.
Oh yeah. And so now they don't have weed, but he's got to get, like that was one of the missions, is like getting weed for Tommy Owens, so they could smoke with the Messiah. And now they've already kind of like moved from like where they were, and he was like, man, he was like, we're gonna go get weed for Mr. Green. We got to go to your house now because like we're on the other side of town from school.
Yeah, that's the closest. This the close. Then that's the closest little destination. I mean, that's some D-boy shit for real. Though. You know, I always thought that was stupid too. I had a homie. He would always meet people at the same McDonald's or the same liquor store. I'm like, like you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, it's just always the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah, I don't know. I never
teach his own. Everyone has their own rules that they
want. But it's funny though, because drug dealers have rules. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I used to have foods when the foods that were cool enough to come to my crib. I used to have them doing the most. You're gonna walk to the side, open the side gate. Don't make no noise though. You know what I'm saying? And when you walk, and it's funny because like they go through that side gate. I'm right there. She's like, oh shit. Scared the fuck out of me. I'm standing in the dark. Yeah, hurry up. You know what I mean? Like the fucking gate.
And so they like now they're standing outside of Chris's mom's house, and
Mom Dukes.
Yep, and he doesn't want to go up there because he was like, man, yeah, she's always like trying to show me off, and just pretty much everything that he's doing as a celebrity, he doesn't like that his mom does it to him as a celebrity. So yeah, he wasn't gonna go over there, and he was like,
that is funny.
He was like, your mom she still has the N64. And he was like, yeah, my mom doesn't throw anything of mine away. He's like, oh, so that's why you don't want to go upstairs, because you're scared you're going to lose at some golden eye.
You know what's funny about that too? I always felt video games are the best. Video games and dancing are the best to get you back on when you're like back into that sweet spot when you're too loaded. Because like, one dancing, it gets you sweat. You feel like if you're rolling too hard, you start dancing, bro. You know what I mean? That's what it gets you back, bro. I swear to God. You know what I mean? But then it's like video games where if you're on, you ever been on shrooms and you start doing something, you got to concentrate on something. And then all of a sudden you just concentrate on it and you forget that your health fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Brings me back.
Hell yeah. And so
that and chow mein.
And so the scene, this was one that I wanted to get. I couldn't find it, but it's funny because we get a little bit more of the backstory of them. Like, we don't really get the backstory until this part so now it's Papa Doc and Ethan. They're playing, they're on the sticks right now. Isaac is fucked up. He's just laying on Chris's bed and he's like, look, Ethan, I found you. And he's looking through the old yearbook. And that's him with like longer hair and he's got a guitar in his hand and shit. And then they're talking and it's like, man, well, who was that party? Who was the person whose party is that we met at? And it's Jocelyn LaRue. And he was like, yeah, I was like so surprised back then. He's like, man, this guy is a jock. And he's talking to like a kid dressed as a warlock and a fake stoner. And that's what Papa Doc says. He's like, yeah, man, I saw your Bob Marley show. I thought you smoked weed. And Seth Rogen's like, I didn't even smoke weed then. He was like, I just like Bob Marley and tie-dye.
He's a poser.
He's like, didn't even know that was the vibe I was putting out.
But it's funny though, because like this is supposed to be them like in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
The early 90s. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And and they bring up his warlock phase. He's like, I was a dope phase. Couldn't even imagine it. Hella goofy.
That's funny.
And then this time it is Seth Rogen, Isaac, who is going to meet Mr. Green. And so it's funny, he goes in, as he and totally forgot to mention earlier when he was talking to Papa Doc earlier, Ghost of Christmas Present, he invited him to a party. And he was like, party? And he was like, yeah, it's not in my car or anything. It's a party that I throw. And he was like, oh, we got invited to something already. Appreciate the offer, though. He's like, oh, yeah, my feelings aren't hurt. Not really.
It was the fucking, that's right, because it was the same party.
Yeah, and he was like, tell Isaac I said I'll see him a little later. And
that's funny because
and he's like,
already knew it.
Yeah, and he's like, what? And he's like, tell Isaac I said I will see him a little later.
He's kind of scary, huh?
Yeah, he's real trippy.
He's real fucking intense.
Yeah,
it's like he's the kind of guy. He's like, shoot this up real quick. Okay. All right, let me tell you a story here. What actor is that? He's good just for that role.
Yeah, let me see.
The lonely drug dealer brings joy to so many people, but who brings him the joy?
Michael Shannon. Michael Shannon.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah, not sure.
I like
And
how you found that real quick though. Would you put like drug dealer in night before?
no, I had the I still have the page pulled up. And but yeah, so now I mean he is tripped the fuck out, Seth Rogen, Isaac, and then now he's gonna make him smoke some of the weed. And man, Mr. Green's such a gangster. He's got a joint in his mouth, puts the pipe up to his mouth, hits the joint and the pipe at the exact same time. Yeah, it's gangster. And he was like, yeah, I got this nice indica blend. And has very realistic something with very realistic visions of the future.
I love the twist on this.
Yeah.
These people are great at remixing things.
So fucking tripped out. This was one I knew I for sure couldn't get on there because now they fast forward to a strip club, and you see his wife Jillian there, got all the topless ladies walking around. He's like, where are we? Mr. Green, we at a gentleman's club. And now he goes up and talks to Jillian, and he was like, what's going on? And he was like, oh yeah, it's your daughter. She's about to get up there. And oh man, she's wild. Pop that pee. And all those books that you read, and you still shit the bed as a father. So like he is just like tripped the fuck out about being a dad and the baby, and now he's seeing his daughter in the future being a stripper. He's totally just tripped out, and he starts screaming, and fucking Mr. Green's like, hey, look at my finger, you need to give me $100, you need to get the fuck out of here. He just like throws all his money. It looks like way more than $100, who knows. And goes back in the house. He's got the weed, and his phone starts going off. The Hit Me Baby One More Time, Britney Spears, taking it all the way back. We find out it's because he doesn't know what's going on. So it's not his ringtone. It's not his phone. It's Sarah's phone. When she got all pissed and left, she grabbed Isaac's phone. And Chris, like Papa Doc, they were supposed to be in there just playing Goldeneye. He didn't want to wake up his mom, like at all. He didn't want to see her, like at all. And but then now there is no getting out of it now. Now she's woken up, and it's Chrissy Poo. So funny. And then they go, now they're all down having some food. I don't know what the hell they're eating, lasagna or something. And Seth Rogen, would you mind if I get a little Chardonnay to wash down my medicine? I think he's taking some Molly at this point. And he's tripping balls, and like he's watching the mom like pour the Chardonnay in there, and she's got like crazy octopus hands or like something like that. And just super intense. And they're talking about, they brought up Ethan, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's ex-girlfriend, and the mom was asking what he's up to, and there's any girls or anything. And the mom pretty much says, Christmas miracles, people want to forgive, people want to be in love, and I take advantage of that shit. Yeah, she was on point with it. And and then after she leaves, I think she's gonna go get them food to like take to the homeless shelter. And what's his name? Isaac, Seth Rogen, starts getting text messages. He knows that it's not his phone because it was a different ringer, but he's getting these text messages on his phone, and he's still thinking like they're for him because he's tripping balls. And he gets like a dick pic sent to him, and it was like, you like this? And it was like, it's a dope dick, dude. He's like so confused. Who is this James guy? Why is he sending me a dick pic? This was another one I wish that I could put on here, but because he actually sends him a dick pic, Twitch might not like that too much. And so funny, he's like just going back and forth, and he was like, do I like it? It's a dope dick, dude. And just super fucking funny, this whole conversation that Seth Rogen's now having with we find out later is James Franco.
Hey, I'm good at math. You are too. Mm-hmm. I know this because we have the same background. You know, we just know math. So my girl's like, okay, help me out with math right now. So I'm at Raising Cane's, and we got hella kids here right now, right? I got my nephews here, plus my kids. She's like, so such and such, they all want 4 pieces each, and there's a 16 pack, and this. I'm like, get the 16 then. And she can't figure it out, and she always finds a way to confuse me. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Deja wanted a 2-piece, and then Logan and Lucas, they wanted a 4-piece each. So does Ayana. Okay, so get the 16. You know what I mean? Get 2 of them. She just hangs up on me. I'm like, it's come on, do the math. God damn. She better not get the sauces. God, I'm mad about that shit.
Oh man, and Seth Rogen.
Yeah, that was James Franco. I didn't know that until you said that right now.
Yeah, because he was like, "You want to suck it?" And he was like, "No, I don't want to suck it. I've never sucked a dick before." And then they comes back, "You never sucked a dick before." And he
only looked like he would or what?
And he was like, "I once touched a guy's dick at summer camp, but that's it." And he was like, oh, "Why did I say that?" He was like, "This James guy is just way too easy to talk to."
Damn, he never forgot that. He's like, I'll never go to summer camp again. And we're never letting our kids go to summer camp either. And fuck carrots.
So fucking funny. And so he is he's just going back and forth on it. And James, he tells him, "Oh yeah, you're gonna be sucking your first dick tonight." And he was like, "Oh man, I guess that's it. Isaac something is going to be sucking his first dick tonight." Just mentally getting himself ready for whatever is about to happen.
Poor guy.
And then he shows the dick pic to Ethan, and he was like, "Dude, are you gay?" And he's like, "No, I'm not gay." He was like, "Some guy named James is sending me like pictures of his dick." And he was like, "Are you curious?" And he was like, "Everybody's curious. What does that have to do with anything?"
You know, that's the wrong answer to give it. You know? It's like when they asked Dwight Howard, "Are you gay?" He goes, he refused to answer. It's not anyone else's business where I stick my dick. You know what I mean? Like, that's not the right answer to give right there. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, gay people probably be mad that he's ashamed. Yeah, we don't want you. They're like, "Oh, we don't want him." That's what the gay people said, man.
Oh man. So he's got so Ethan and Isaac are talking, and then you see Chris, Papa Doc, talking to his mom, and she's talking about opening up something at like a park or like dedicating his name or whatever. And I think it's just that kind of stuff that he doesn't really like. And he's like, "Mom, that park's not even nice. There's a bunch of crackheads over there." And she's like, "Oh, they're gonna clean that up, baby. They're gonna clean it up."
She's just so proud of her baby. You know what I mean?
Yep. And it's so funny,
right?
Yeah. When they walked in, there's like a whole shrine like to him, and they're like, "Wow, did you die and we didn't even know it?" And fucking Isaac, he's tripping on mushrooms. "Oh, I remember when you won this, dude." So excited for him.
Hell yeah, that's his homeboy, bro.
Hell yeah. And so
I respect Papa Doc though, because like he has hella superficial moments, right? But like he does stay true to his guys. You know what I mean? These are his boys right here. You know what I mean? No matter who he has became. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, because he knows he really ain't that shit. He really ain't shit, bro.
Well, and I mean, they even talk about
the whole joke about him being a social media famous on top of being an NFL player is because like, you know what I mean? That was the thing back then. Social media fame became a thing. Like you could be like just a somebody, just has hella followers. Like my girl follows a bunch of them, like the Ace family or the fucking Queen Naija and shit like that. They just became famous for being like people.
Famous for being famous on social media. That's it.
Actually, the Queen Naija chick, she actually has real talent though, and that kind of she blew up on there, and then didn't use that platform to push her music and whatnot. But
yeah. And so now, Mom Dukes, she says that she's going to give him some food to take down to the homeless shelter. And so they go do that. And then they run in to a familiar face. And it's the hipster chick that jacked him for the weed. Here we go.
There she goes. He ran her down.
Oh, man. Not sure how they thought that was gonna work, but yeah, it worked all right for like 2 seconds.
She got away again.
Oh man, yeah, and he ends up seeing her, and he does get I mean, he like follows her like all the way up there, and she was, talking shit about him. She was like, you know what? You actually have friends who like want to be with you on Christmas. You should cherish that. That's why I'm taking this. She was like, my boy Hans Gruber died like this. Jumped off the edge of the building into the garbage can, lands real softly because there's nothing but soft garbage in there, of course.
Yeah, and, no needles in there.
Nothing at all. And just rolls out. Peace out. Jacked him again. Jacked for the weed. They didn't get to smoke none of that weed at all. They spent $200 on weed that she jacked.
They ain't tripping. They're gonna get. Just make the phone call. Make the phone call. This time it's you, JGL.
Man, and then the next scene that we get, so fucking funny, is Isaac. He's looking for his phone and everything, and then he ends up going and meeting this guy Spencer, and just talking to Spencer, and meets his whole family and everything, and it's like, yeah, I'm pretty fucked up right now, not gonna lie. And then it like pans to who Spencer is, and it's the nativity scene at the church, having a full-on conversation with his whole family, and these dogs, and starts petting the dogs,
right?
And then Jillian sees him. Isaac, what are you doing here?
He's shooting hard. No idea where he's at. He's like, where am I at right now? He's like, oh yeah, we're at church at midnight mass. And he's like, oh, really? She's like, yeah, my parents are parking the car. You should like turn around and walk away. Get the fuck out of here.
And he turns around, walks for like 2 seconds, and comes back. I don't know where to go. And she was like, get the fuck out of here, anywhere but here. And yeah, he doesn't play it off very well. And then the parents come, and and they all kiss him.
Talking about hallelujah.
I got that scene. We're not there yet. But yeah, so the parents talk him into going into midnight mass, so they all go in. Jillian knows that it's not a good idea.
Here's the thing. It's like, I mean, I guess I never paid attention to it, but it's like, to be like accurate, I would like make sure that they got moon eyes for real. You know what I mean? Like straight dilated as fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, his eyes are kind of they're kind of bugged, out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
But that's the thing too, though. I guess even for me, like my shit don't get dilated like super duper crazy like that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's a real thing.
Yeah. So he gets talked into going into midnight mass. He's never been into church before, never. And yeah, so he has no idea what's going on. It's funny. She was like, "How fucked up are you right now?" He's like, "I'm not fucked up. I'm your rock." She's like, "You look like a crack rock." Oh man. And before we get to see him in the church, though, so now they're going in to go find their seats or whatever, but it cuts back to Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and now he's like by himself. Like Papa Doc ran after the hipster chick to go get his weed. Isaac was going after his phone, ends up going to the church, and now he's just walking around. So funny. Can we not have that conversation right now?
You know what that is too, right?
She's
not trying to be lonely on the Christmas thing, man. She want to make sure she got something to shack up with, man.
Yeah, it's what it's what Papa Doc's mom was talking about. People are willing to forgive on Christmas.
Oh yeah.
All right, we're just gonna jump
a little talk with him.
We're just gonna jump. This is gonna be we're gonna end Act 2 after this one, but now we're gonna go into the church, and oh man, this fucking scene is so funny. He's so
at least he has a solid out.
Oh, for sure.
You're like, it's my first time in a Catholic setting, and I was pretty disgusted, so I just tossed cookies. We didn't do that to Jesus.
They
No,
really
I wasn't intoxicated on mushrooms and other things.
wasn't on
Cocaine.
mushrooms or Molly or cocaine or anything.
It's not like your daughter bought me a box of all this shit and I showed up in God's glory.
Man, out of all the places that he was gonna go, I was like,
I mean, it was the dogs, man. The dogs lured him in.
yeah. I mean, for her, like you would just think, like out of that entire city, there's no way he's gonna he wouldn't go, like he wouldn't find us at midnight mass.
And how funny is that too? She's like, my parents are parking. Get the fuck out of here. Goes back to what I was saying. Maybe it is just like all the fathers and stuff. Like, listen, you might have met the parents, but they don't like you, bro. That's how I feel. You know what I mean? My girl's mom loves me, but she loves everybody. She's the greatest. Their dad don't like me for sure.
So funny.
Fucking his daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that'll never change. No matter how old.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I mean, shit. Every daughter I have a gun for. So, you know what I mean? There's that. I'm pretty sure I'm mean. You know what I mean?
Gotta be.
I'm gonna have to check credentials, huh? Oh, you dating my daughter? Well, you gonna be a doctor? Scholar? What is it? You writing note? You up for the Pulitzer? You up for the Nobel? You better be changing the world if you're gonna date my daughter, you motherfucker.
So now we catch up to Papa Doc, and now it's the end of their chase sequence where he's chasing her. She goes all the way up to the top of the building, and gives him his little mini speech. And my boy Hans Gruber died like this, and just does a little, all the way backwards and all the way down into the garbage heap. And she makes it out alive with the weed. Her mission was complete to get the weed and jacket from them. We catch up to all three guys. They make it to the train now. They make it to the subway. That was the one place that they did say that they were going to meet was there. Ethan's all fucked up. He's got a black eye. What the fuck happened to you? Got beat up by a couple of Santa Clauses.
You know what's funny? He doesn't tell his whole story though. Like, listen, man, you wanted it with them, bro.
Well, they even asked him, like, what'd you do? He's like, they just beat you up?
Yeah, you're right.
But he doesn't answer anything. He's like too embarrassed about it. And
lashing out at the world.
Yeah, he's super pissed. And he was like, oh, sure you don't have like another important phone call to get from like Tommy O or one of your famous friends. And like, oh, we got to go get your phone. And yeah, he's just super pissed. He's super bitter. It's their last Christmas, where they're doing this together. This exact.
Let me ask you, why that was because he was having the baby. That was why they said this will be like the last. They're trying to make it the greatest,
and because Papa Doc's too famous now to hang out.
Oh yeah,
but really, I mean, at the end of it was like we're making.
Yeah, that was really just him being sour too, probably.
Well, I mean,
this is like the last one because you're gonna have a baby and you're too famous and.
Well, and they say that's why. Well, they mutually said that this was going to be the last time, and they even said like they were done, doing this years ago, but they've been doing it for him.
Oh, damn, that's sad. That's sad. I feel bad for Ethan. I bet you his music sucks too.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, he doesn't. I mean, yeah.
I mean, they never play the music, but like,
it's a.
I mean, he gets on there at the end. Though. He shows his stuff with Miley.
And Tina said, "How you get too famous?" He said, "That dude's whack."
Well, that's the whole joke, though, is that he's he's an NFL player, but it's goddamn fucking, he's social media famous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and because now he's gotten really good. Is like all of a sudden, like however old they are. I mean, they're probably, let's say they're 21 in 2001, and this is 14
19
years.
I probably say 19.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying because of the bar. That's the only reason why I'm gonna say that.
I'm just saying because they probably get some IDs because it's like, what is he, like a 35-something-year-old like receiver? You know what I mean?
Well, see, but that's also the thing. How did he get so good this late in his career?
They keep saying that. Okay.
They question that like multiple times throughout there, and that is where it all kind of comes out. It's him, going off on everybody, and He even like it even comes later. I mean, I don't know if they exactly said this yet, or if it comes later.
It kind of reminds me. It's almost like a Nate Burleson. Are you aware of who Nate Burleson is?
Yeah,
Yeah, the Nickelodeon guy, fucking from the
yeah,
NFL. Yeah, because he came on really late in his career, and then like transitioning over to media for like easily because he was like such a personality. He was the guy, if you remember, he crashed his car reaching for a pizza. It fell on his fucking front
yeah,
seat.
yeah,
And then he went to go grab it because he smokes hella weed for real.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So you know he was high, like trying to get the pizza, like son of a bitch, and poof, crashes into somebody.
And so I don't know if they brought this up earlier or if it comes up later, where he's really Ethan is afraid to commit because he knows if he commits to her, he's also done with like the
homies.
Their homies Christmas or whatever. And and yeah, Tino, steroids, yeah, for sure. They show that in the beginning. They show him like getting off a call or something, or making a post or something, and then shooting the needle in the ass. And then even gets brought up here where he gets all pissed and he's just talking shit about everyone. And he was like, oh, you want to talk about truthful? And he was like, how'd you get so good like this late in your career? And he's like, I told you it was the paleo diet.
That's fucked up because that's his lie that I'm sticking. That's my story, and I'm sticking with a paleo diet. You know what that is, right? It's basically a ketogenic diet.
Okay.
So like, you know what I mean? Like no sugar at all. So it's like, unless it's coming from like carbohydrates, you know what I mean? Like natural carbohydrates, like vegetables and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Because he said it in the beginning. He's like, oh yeah, this new regimen, get me shredded. He was like, you should see my body naked. And Isaac's like, oh, I'd love to.
That's a good friend. Pause. You're just being nice, but it's just funny because
yeah, for sure.
See, that sucks if we're not going to be able to make jokes like that in movies anymore,
right?
Like, you know, I mean, you know how you always say, like, see, that's like, I don't like, I agree with you with the Will Ferrell thing, like him kissing the men, like, because it's like funny because they're not gay, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Right. But it's like, yeah, it's like that's like a weak version of it. Like, you know what I mean? The weird sexual innuendos between two men. Like me in the studio. Hey, pull it out and plug me in the bottom. I'm talking about the wire. You know what I mean? Into the interface. But you know what I mean? Yeah, it's funny. Pause.
And so yeah, Ethan goes off. He's super pissed and makes him come out. Okay, I'm on steroids. Newsflash: everybody's on steroids.
I mean, shit. It is funny though, because if this movie came out in 2015, that's when that was the first year they started testing for the HGH and other like related steroid shit. You know what I mean? Before that, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the same diet as Joe Rogan, paleo and steroids. He said, "LOL, it works."
Yeah, I mean, what's his name's hella open about it though, Joe Rogan. I mean, like, and like, you know, he does like TRT, like with like testosterone.
Well, yeah, because he's not taking illegal substances
at all. Like he's just
taking illegal substances for the NFL player.
Yeah, shit that's illegal, like in sporting shit. Yeah, like TRT is like, you know what I mean? That's just like pumping hella testosterone on you. And like, so like you have the testosterone of like a teenager, you know what I mean? Or like an adolescent. Man.
And even like HGH, doesn't it seem like the perfect quote unquote like drug? You know, like it's something that helps you get bigger.
I mean, Stallone's been vouching for it since the 80s.
Yeah,
Stallone has always been an advocate for the HGH, and you used to have to go to elsewhere to get it. Like, and they used to actually get it from cadavers. Like, if a motherfucker died, there's big money to go and extract whatever fucking human growth hormone out that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But then, now they know. I'm sure they know how to extract it from other means, like how they stem cells used to come from like baby fetuses. Remember that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then now they can extract it from like living people and they're still alive type of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Shit is wild. Mm-hmm. And so we get, it's almost like a mini breakup like type thing that we get here. Cause they're all pissed, but they're all still going to this party, but like hella fucking pissed. He like he's gonna take off the shirt and everything, and you know he's talking Papa Doc's talking shit to Ethan, and
He's got no
pissed. Are you serious right now, dude? Are you serious right now? So pissed. And he was like, you know what? I'm done with this shit. Done with this stupid sweater. He's like, put that sweater back on. Throws it at him. Super pissed. Tino, remember the stem cell South Park episode? Yeah, with Christopher Reeves. Uh-huh.
Oh, because he was trying to figure out how to walk again.
Yeah.
He did all the baby fetuses.
Yep.
What was the one? Wasn't there a South Park character that had a fetus stuck to their face?
Yep.
South Park is a food. It was the dude, right? He was hella old at that point.
No, it was a lady.
Oh, it was a lady? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Tino said, yep, suck the stem cells right out of the babies. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, man. All right. Well, that's the end of Act 2. Everybody who is here watching with us live on Twitch, make sure you just hang with us. We're going to be going into Act 3 here. If you don't follow the Silver Screen Breakdowns, the audio version, go do that. Every podcast platform out there, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, literally everywhere. Go search Silver Screen Breakdowns and make sure you go subscribe to the Silver Screen Breakdowns YouTube channel as well.
Yes, and tune in next time for Act 3 of the Silver Screen Breakdown the night before.
We'll see you there.
Hey.
Silver Screen motion picture shit. This ain't a dream, we really live this shit. Don't intervene, yo, we with this shit. That's where the most high, we the most lit.